So we have another video. We have this video and then another video. Sorry, will be coming out in a couple of days. So here we have an ASUS motherboard. It is an ASUS M4A785T-M. It is an FM2 motherboard, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but anyway, it has a Athlon 2X4 630 in it, and this ACASA cooler. I don't know the actual name of this cooler. It has a little code on the side. It says AK86OSF. That might just be the code for a fan. But yeah. I basically did some eBay shopping. Mixed in eBay Done Deal adverts. Adverts Done Deal are basically a smaller eBay that only cover Ireland. And yeah, so we got a couple motherboards and stuff like that. And here's the first motherboard. You have a cooler and a CPU. And yeah, so that's that. You should be able to see it there. Now I have a couple of hard drives. I have a 2 terabyte Samsung hard drive. You can see the name. And I have obviously my favorite hard drive, which is a WD Blue 1 terabyte. I love these. They're nice and quick and they're reliable. I've never had one break. I love them. And yeah, that's all I have to do with hard drives. For power supplies, I have this. I have a Corsair VS550. I've used this in a build before. Great power supply. I haven't had it that long, so I can't exactly say it's reliable or not, but I obviously haven't had anything go wrong with it. Yeah, so it's a good power supply. It's the first time I've used one of the VS series. For RAM, this is new, so we bought this originally to go in a build, and then we kind of sold some of the parts for it. So we now just have this lying around. This was new, and then we used it in a build just to get a computer up and running. And then this is secondhand. It's just in a box from some of the RAM we used in the most recent build. If I can get it open. There we go. Yeah, there you go. I don't even think there's an actual brand on it. Let me check. It's Zeppelin RAM. I don't know if you'll be able to see it there. Zeppelin. I can't even tell if that's off the camera properly, but hopefully it is. No. And all this off. I love the color of this. It is one of the nicest blues I've seen. It's like a matte metallic. I have a couple CD or DVD drives, whatever you want to call them. Optical drives. There's so many names for them. Yeah, they're both identical, and they're the same model. This one's an SHS223. This is an SHS224. So this one I think is slightly newer. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter. They both do the same thing. Graphics cards. If I just probably close this box. I have a Sapphire R7 260X. You probably can't see that, but there it is. An R7 260X, which is a good card, 1 GB card. It's not too bad. Good GPU in it and everything. And here we have an ASUS 550 Ti. And I do know this is an older card, but it is 1 GB of GDDR5, and we will be able to use it in something. If we can just get this out now. This one is kind of old. One of the little mounts for the bezel is kind of gone, but that's not really a big deal. I guess when it's in the case, it's just going to be like that. That's it. It's not too bad. If I can get it back into the bag, that'll be great. And now for the 260. And no, it isn't in the box properly. We just put it back in the box. We didn't put it in its static bag or anything, but there's static foam in there. There you can see we have our Sapphire 260X. This is a great card, and I do enjoy this card. It'll play GTA 5 no bother, not on the highest settings or anything, but it'll play it. Make sure you turn VSync on, because otherwise you're going to be getting crap frame rates. Yeah, it takes a 6-pin, so does the 550 Ti, sorry I forgot to point that out. This has DVI, HDMI, then DisplayPort. The 550 Ti has DVI, VGA and HDMI. So if you need VGA, say get a 550 Ti, because it's not a bad card, and not many cards nowadays come with VGA because not many people use them. Unless you're using like a TV or something and you don't have any more HDMI ports. I'm going to hand these off. I'm not going to bother trying to put them back because we're going to need that now in a few minutes. Another motherboard. This is an Asus M4A78LT-MLE. It is an AM3 socket. Didn't mean to open that so harshly. Take this out. This has what I think is one of the biggest CPUs I've seen. This is an AMD Phenom X6 1055T. Sorry. It's a true 6-core, and when I say true 6 cores, I mean there is 6 cores. A lot of CPUs that are 6, even quad cores, they will use a certain amount of logical cores, which they aren't physically there, but they can be used. Nothing wrong with having logical cores, they still work perfectly fine. But at least you know that you actually have 6 cores with this. And the motherboard, I haven't actually got to use it yet. It is a weird size. I think it's one of those motherboards where it's a weird width, and then it's the length of a micro ATX, which we're seeing more and more of them. In fact, I had one in my Zalman H1. They're strange sizes. And then you just have your manuals and stuff in the box, which you don't really need to see. We have an LED strip that I was using a good while ago. I haven't used in a while. The adhesiveness is gone, but we can use tape or something. Or we could just get a bit of glue and put it back. These are blue LEDs, still go nicely with a kind of blue theme build. They just take a Molex to start them up or whatever. Turn them on, I should say. We have a cooler here that we bought again for a build that was actually meant to be used with that black RAM, but then we sold the parts, and then we have a cooler that only fits on an Intel socket, and we are kind of hardcore AMD fans here. Well, we only ever build with AMD because they're usually cheaper, but if we ever do an Intel build, we have this covered for socket 1150, 1156, 1155 and 775. So we have basically kind of the older generations, but we probably wouldn't be doing much of the new stuff, to be perfectly honest. Unless it's Skylake. I want to do a Skylake build, that'd be fun. And now fans. There goes one of them. adapter, splitter, fans. Too many of them. We don't need them all, but they're just kind of sitting around. And in a couple builds before, I did say that I have a few fans lying around, so I'll just throw one in here or I'll throw one in there. Yeah, I wasn't messing. I also have 3 left in the Zalman H1, which I'm not using, so we can pull those out of there if I wanted to. So we have a blue Zalman fan. This came with a case I'll show you now in a minute. A blue LED fan. This white fan came with... What did this come with? I don't remember how we got this. Wow, that's weird. Anyway, throw that off. Here is a black Cooler Master fan, no LEDs, nothing like that. It's a fan we've had for a very long time. Here is a blue LED fan, but this one is different than normal because the LEDs are in the middle, so it's designed to be on the front of a case and light up the inside. As far as I can tell, it's not where they're like that and they create the swirl of the fins. But it'll work for something. Good fan though, they're very, very quiet. And then we have the fan that comes with the Sharkoon C10, the mini ATX case, which we actually have. I was meant to have this in this video, but anyway, you already know what that looks like. It's actually in a bag. It's in a backpack because someone asked me, does it fit? And I always respond to comments. So yeah, this takes either a Molex or a fan header. Doesn't really matter. And then we have our fan header to Molex and our fan header extension. That's basically it for all the parts we have, I think. We have a case as well. We have this, which we have used before. It is a, if I can get it up from down here. It is a Corsair Carbide Spec 01. Nice case. I enjoy this case. It's perfect for pretty much everything. If you're an enthusiast, in kind of air quotes, because that term is slightly overused. If you just want to play games and stuff, you can do plenty with cooling, and since it is secondhand, it comes with plenty of dust. Yeah, so we have dust from possibly a different country here, which is great. It's very international. Here on Sam's Tech Tips, we like to do things international, and that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.